Hello, everybody. I just wanted to, hello, welcome to NightSky. This is probably one of my favorite Steam games, and probably one of my favorite games ever. Um, very relaxing, very nice. I'm not sure how to describe it, so I guess we'll get into it now. Before we start, I want to go over the fact that I will be playing on normal, and then I'll be doing extra parts of this series where I play on alternative. Alternative is much more difficult, and I would recommend that you only play it once you are done with the normal mode, and even then you might still have a rough time with it, because I know that I did. Yeah, alright. So that's about it. Let's jump right into it from the beach. Late one afternoon, I randomly stumble upon a beautiful sphere at the beach. It's like nothing I've ever seen. I can't tell whether it's made of crystal, glass, or some other substance. I do notice a subtle glow and presence, as if it has some kind of life force. Without another thought, I picked up the mysterious sphere and decided to take it home. Since that first night, I've had nothing but the strangest dreams about surreal places and experiences. So yeah, this is the beach, as you can see. Very basic area. There's not much going on, really. So now we're on to the first real area of the game, the Harara Mountains. I know how to speak. Don't worry about that. All right. So jumping right into this, you use left and right to roll. You don't use it to move left and right, if that makes sense. It'll make more sense why I describe it as rolling later. But for now, let's just refer to it as that. Something I like to say about this game is that I'm not one to listen to ASMR, but like listening to speedruns of this game with no like commentary, and even with the commentary it's still nice. Very relaxing to me, because this whole game just sounds very pleasant. So this is why I decided to call it rolling, because if you hold to the left, you're going to roll left, and if you do this, you're going to roll left all the way across the ceiling, as opposed, and like, yeah. Now holding the right trigger, because I'm using an Xbox controller, will make you go fast. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, oh, we're supposed to go this way. Well, actually no, we're supposed to go into this part right here, if I can like actually do it. You'll notice that there are these little alcoves, as they might be called, that have this sort of shape, and when you go in, you'll get a black star. The black stars are vital to beating this game later, and we'll go over that once we get to it. Now we just have to roll into this block to knock it into the hole, and then we can go up here, get this, knock this down there. It says space, but it's actually start for me. So yeah, start to reset. When we get into the alternative mode, be ready to see that a lot. So again, you might be thinking to yourself, oh, we're supposed to go this way. Well, again, no. I actually can't remember what's up here. Is there anything important? Like anything cool looking? I wonder. Let me check this really quick. If I can actually get in, please. Yes, okay. Oh, that's cool. Okay. So there's like this little rabbit type thing. Another thing I like to talk about is the music for this game. Again, very, very relaxing. Until we get to like old ruins. But don't worry about that for now. So yeah, there's the black star for that area. Yeah, I remember what to do for this one. So you press B to activate that. Same for right here. right now in the Harara Mountains, it's basically just a whole lot of simple stuff. Right here, we can't actually move our ball, but instead, the directional buttons flip these flippers. And I think that's kind of interesting. So, right now, if we try to go this way, you can't quite get in there. At least not to my knowledge, you can't. I'm sure there's some kind of, like, Mondo speedrunning trick where you can, like, slip in. I don't know how you do it, but I'm sure it's possible. Anyways, I'm gonna restart. And instead, we need to go this way. And push this little, like, hoop over here. And down there. Now we can go up here. Cool. I have beaten this game before, so it's not exactly blind, per se. But I do still have a little bit of trouble with some of the levels. So it's not going to be entirely boring, where it's just like me running through the entire game really fast. I actually do have a little bit of trouble with this stage sometimes. Can I just say that this game looks beautiful? Like, I love how this game looks. It's so pretty. Anyways, slowly roll over here. And now we're introduced to not only one of the most terrifying creatures I've ever seen in my entire life, but also a new power-up, where we can invert gravity. This is where rolling comes into play as well, because if you hold to the left, you're going to go right, and if you hold to the right, you go left. This is because when you roll on the ceiling, it's reversed. This throws me off occasionally, but, you know, whatever. This is where we really start to use the precision power-up, which is done by holding the left trigger. I don't think that ever gets replaced, unlike the speed power-up, which gets replaced a few times. Now, to get through here, you have to press up, and then you activate it. This level's pretty simple. You just use the steady power-up. Now, this is where forced power-ups come into play. I'm not holding down any buttons, except for, like, left and right. It's always doing this. So, if I remember correctly, this is the final stage of the Harara Mountains. Each area in this game is fairly short if you know what you're doing. Unless you're playing alternative mode. But, yes. And now we're moving on to skimming. But I'm gonna save that for the next part. Yeah. So yeah, this is NightSky. Hopefully you guys enjoy this series, because I love this game so much, and I really want to share it with more people, because it's a mostly forgotten gem. Yeah. See ya.